first in high definition from the station on your side. This is WAVY News 10.
We begin with falling temperatures.
Rain is also falling. A live look now at Super Doppler 10 radar shows what's going on across Hampton Roads.
Don Slater is here to tell us that winter may finally be back. Is that true, Don?
Well, and if it isn't now, it certainly will be by the weekend as temperatures really plunge for the weekend. But right now, first things first, we've got some rainfall going on, and you can see all green on the screen, a few pops of heavier rain every now and then showing up in some yellow and orange colors, but nothing too terribly big as far as the rainfall. You can see a little bit of a steadier rain has moved offshore in the Hampton Roads cities, mostly free of rain, a little bit more rain moving into the peninsula right now and Isle of Wight County. Now, as far as snowfall, it's way on off to the north of the Washington area right now, and as a matter of fact, there's nothing going on in that regard. Now, we do have some temperatures that are cooling on down. They're in the 40s, low 40s farther northward, mid 40s, then upper 40s toward Elizabeth City. Rain is going to become more widely scattered during the evening and overnight hours. Now, don't get your pants in a bunch on this one. There could be a few flakes of snow, but it's not likely to accumulate. It's mainly going to be in the northern neck, the middle peninsula, and the eastern shore, and it'll happen overnight. You'll be asleep, and when you wake up, it'll be gone anyway. The biggest thing is it's just cold and nasty rain out there right now. We'll update our forecast, talk more about this in a few minutes.
If you don't want to stay up and be a snow watcher overnight, meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler breaks down more details about those flakes coming to our general area. Find his latest blog on WAVY.com's weather page.
Virginia Beach residents might have to dig into their pockets to help cover a $39 million school budget deficit on the chopping block, from teachers and transportation to academies, summer school, and middle school and JV sports. 10 on your side's Melanie Woodrow is at Lansdowne High School, where teachers are making calls to city and state leaders to ask for more funding. Melanie?
That's right, and they tell me that one of those calls will likely go to Virginia Beach Mayor Will Sessoms. I spoke with Sessoms a short while ago about these proposed cuts, and he told me that he would do everything in his power to maintain the quality of education here in Virginia Beach. One of the things that he said the city might have to do is look to additional sources of revenue. So I, of course, asked him what those sources of revenue would be, and he said that perhaps it will mean that citizens will be seeing an increase in their real estate taxes. Now, that is a proposal that Virginia Beach Education Association President Greg Melito said that he would support. He said because the property values have been going down here in Virginia Beach, that there would be a way to raise the rate a small amount and still have it be what he said would be revenue neutral for the folks that are living in this city. Of course, last night's proposals were met with a lot of opposition. You talked about these major cuts that we're looking at, perhaps to the sports teams, to teachers, to transportation, to the academies, and summer school, as well as increasing classroom sizes to cover that $39 million deficit. Melito said that he, of course, does not support those proposed cuts. He said that in the past, the Virginia Beach schools have bailed out the city.
No, it was absolutely taken. 3 years in a row, the school system saved up money, and the city council said, well, we're taking your savings, and it is over $40 million. So, in essence, the money that was taken, it would account for our current shortfall.
But those funds that the schools had were city funds, as far as I'm concerned, for the use of the entire city.
All right, so some discussion today about where money in the past has gone, but in any event, they are looking to plug this large deficit. The city, of course, has its own deficit that it will have to fill. And again, Mayor Sessoms saying that he'll do everything in his power so that the quality of education here in Virginia Beach doesn't go down. He also let me know, as far as those sports programs are concerned, that he is a big proponent of sports here in the schools, and that he would not like to see the sports teams cut from the middle schools or the JV teams cut either. A lot of people have been questioning where the lottery money goes, the lottery money that's supposed to go to Virginia Beach education. We're going to break down that part of the story coming up tonight at 5:30. For now, reporting live in Virginia Beach, Melanie Woodrow, 10 on your side.
And ahead tonight at 6, hear from a middle school athlete and his mom about what the proposed sports cuts could mean for hundreds of athletes.
3 different death investigations in 12 hours, 2 of them homicides. Busy day for Portsmouth police. 10 on your side's Ava Hurdle is here to show us how the department is trying to solve those cases. Ava.
Tom, police say those homicide investigations involve significant manpower. 5:26 a.m. Police got a report of a flaming vehicle off Florida Avenue and arrived to find a man dead inside. 3:40 p.m. Police responded to a home off Broad Street after friends of a female called police to say she was not breathing, but it turned into a homicide case as well. This in Port Norfolk. Doors up the street from where Ruth Whittick's daughter lives, the grandmother of 3 admits she was somewhat surprised.
She said that somebody got killed down there. I'm like, what? You know, I just said, I'm glad I moved from over here because this ain't nothing but drama over here.
Whittick thinks there are several contributing factors to crime in the neighborhood.
There's nothing but drug dealers and prostitutes on this street. You know, this place really gotten bad around here.
She wants to see police do more. Police say they're using every resource available.
Well, we do whatever we can to make the public feel safe, and we pull in resources from other areas within the department. For example, we have property crimes detectives or special victims unit detectives assisting the homicide detectives.
2 homicides nearly stretched them thin Tuesday. Then there was a possible barricade situation to deal with in which a man was later found dead in his home.
We had to go a step further and get our tactical officers involved in that, our canine units involved. We even had sheriff's deputies assisting us, so a tremendous amount of manpower.
Working hard, she says, to solve the homicide cases. Now, back in November, 42-year-old Michelle McClendon was shot to death in the Port Norfolk area, and the case remains unsolved. I'm Ava Hurdle, 10 on your side.
And detectives still have some work to do. They have no suspects in either homicide. The medical examiner is performing autopsies on the victims, and police are still investigating the situation on River Cove.
Chesapeake police say state police completed an investigation into the death of an officer. Chesapeake police officer Timothy Schaad died December 20th during dive training in Oak Grove Lake Park. We're told Chesapeake's police chief is sitting down with his staff next week to discuss the findings of the state police investigation, an internal investigation, and the medical examiner's report. Then the findings will be released. 10 on your side. We'll be sure to keep you posted.
A van hit a school bus head-on in Suffolk, killing the driver of the van. He's 55-year-old Frederick Atkins of Suffolk. Chopper 10 flew above Route 58 near Godwin Boulevard just after 9 a.m. People calling 911 said the van crossed over the median, then hit the bus, but police are still investigating how this all happened. By the way, no children on the bus.
As promised, 10 on your side got a copy of the health department's inspection of the Motel 6, where a woman says her baby ingested cocaine on Saturday. Several things on the report caught our eye: a blood-stained mattress, mold, and a drug pipe. We asked if these are considered critical violations. A health department supervisor emailed this response, quote, "Bloodstains and mold can be an issue depending on how severe it is. All of these violations will or already have been corrected." The health department will return to the Motel 6 on Euclid Road in 2 weeks for a follow-up inspection.
Frustrated they can't go home, even more frustrated that they can't get answers. At 5:30, 2 residents of the Norfolk Rotunda building speak only on 10 about the arson investigation and who they think is behind this string of fires.
Also, new information in 10 on your side's investigation into Mo Money taxes. Hear what the company's CEO told us about why they left town, why he says police are investigating the company, and when customers could get their money.
Airlines can't legally hide fees from you anymore, but experts say others in the travel industry can and do. But we're on your side with what you can do about it.
You're watching WAVY News 10 at 5 with Tom Schaad, Nicole Rivas, and Super Doppler 10 Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
The Department of Transportation cracked down on the airline industry by making airlines post the real price of a trip, including taxes and fees. But consumer advocates say others in the travel industry are still confusing customers with hidden taxes, fees, and surcharges. Experts say hotels and rental car companies are the worst.
They're guessing about half the customers won't even notice these fees, won't even notice the taxes. It's just all they see is a credit card charge.
And I think part of it is that they're worried that the higher price is going to scare people off. So I'll bring you in with a lower price and then give you all these fees.
So what can you do if you find a company is hiding fees and taxes? Let them know you don't appreciate it. Complain in writing to management or simply go somewhere else. And if you don't find out about the fees until you get the bill, challenge it with your credit card company.
Some passengers will be able to get through airport security a bit faster because of the expedited screening program known as PreCheck. It's making its way to more airports. It identifies people who travel many miles each year and asks if they want to sign up. And in some cases, they will not have to take off their shoes and belts or remove laptops out of their bags. You may know the drill. Officials say by the end of March, the system will be added to Reagan National outside D.C., New York's JFK Airport, and Salt Lake City International, along with Chicago's O'Hare Airport. TSA plans to expand the program to 28 airports throughout this year.
Fire rescue. See how a mother got her child to safety during this raging apartment fire. But first,
coming up, we have the search warrants for Mo Money Taxes, what police say about possible criminal activity, and why WAVY TV 10 is mentioned in these documents.
Super Dapper 10 live, and the south side is mostly rain-free for right now anyway. Peninsula, you get another whack of some light rain moving on through your region. What's ahead for the next few hours and the next few days? Find out with our forecast in a few minutes.
Just into the WAVY newsroom now, a school bus driver in Newport News and an assistant there are off the job tonight after a child was left on a bus. Now, the incident itself happened Friday after children were dropped off at the Watkins Early Childhood Center. The bus driver or the assistant were supposed to walk through the bus to make sure that no kids were left behind, and were told that was not done. 2 hours later, the driver reportedly discovered the child. Now, both the driver and the assistant were suspended from duty. We understand the child was not hurt. 10 on your side has obtained court documents that say investigators believe Mo Money Taxes broke state laws. WAVY TV mentioned several times in that paperwork.
After hearing about our investigations, a Virginia congressman is asking for an immediate federal investigation into Mo Money Taxes. Congressman Bobby Scott sent this letter to the Attorney General, Eric Holder, to investigate the, quote, apparently fraudulent and criminal actions of the company's operations. Mo Money Taxes says the company left Hampton Roads because it's too dangerous for owners to be here. But the CEO told 10 on your side workers will return to Norfolk to give customers their tax refund checks. 10 on your side's Ann McNamara is live in Norfolk now with these latest developments. Ann?
Nicole, here's a search warrant. I'm going to read you right off it. It says, based upon the information provided, I believe probable cause exists to show Mo Money Taxes is utilizing tax preparation services to obtain funds in violation of the Code of Virginia. The investigator goes on to write, I further believe that evidence of the criminal activity is located at the Mo Money Taxes on Shore Drive. It says that in all 6 of these search warrants. But today, I spoke directly to Marquis Granberry on the phone. He tells me checks are on the way. Some are being FedExed. I'm getting reports from some of my contacts, customers saying they received a FedEx today. He says other than the FedEx, he may have to hand deliver them. He and some of the other Norfolk store owners may get on a plane. He's thinking Friday. He doesn't have anything booked. And here's some more from our conversation. Monday night, lines wrapped around the Mo Money Taxes on Granby Street, customers demanding refund checks. Mo Money employees handed out 200 checks before leaving with the police, some in police cars. We asked one employee why.
That's just for protection, that's all, for precautionary measures.
Tuesday, Norfolk Police announced the 6 Mo Money locations would not reopen. Norfolk Police and the Internal Revenue Service opened a joint investigation into the actions of Mo Money. No arrests were made and the investigation is still ongoing. Search warrants show police took computers, cell phones, and files from the Norfolk locations. Wednesday, I spoke with Mo Money CEO Marquis Granberry by phone. He would not let me record the conversation. He said, tell the people of Norfolk they are investigating someone shooting at them. That's what they're investigating. The lieutenant of the Norfolk Police Department took computers because they said people were going to break in and steal computers out of there. They're ready to be picked up. Granberry says the Norfolk owners seen handing out checks Monday are all in Memphis. He said, quote, it's too dangerous up there. You guys blew this so far out of proportion. Meanwhile, Mo Money customers are filing formal complaints at the federal building.
I'm going to leave it in God's hand. No telling how long it might take for people to get their money. Only thing I'm looking at now is I'll be receiving as a state.
I witnessed an employee at the IRS office tell a customer a special agent on the case is following up on nearly 60 complaints. The employee said the agent is working to see if future deposits into the Mo Money account will be stopped.
I've contacted Norfolk Police about Granberry's claims today about the shooting and also about the computers. Police have not been able to get me an answer just yet. Now, also, I've asked Marquis Granberry, have you spoken directly to Norfolk Police? He says both he and his lawyer has. I also asked him, have you spoken to anyone at the IRS? He says, I have no reason to do so. We have not broken any laws. Now, one last note, I'm still holding these search warrants. WAVY TV is mentioned in these search warrants. Our original interview on the phone with CEO Marquis Granberry is part of this investigation. Also, they're citing our interview with Keith Hill at the East Little Creek Road location. That's the first day. You might remember Gladys Johnson, the viewer who originally contacted us about this. I'm told by Gladys she has a FedExed check to her. WAVY TV 10 is on the way to meet her to see if that check will in fact cash. For now in Norfolk, I'm Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.
All right, we'll look for that follow-up and hear how the Better Business Bureau is stepping in as our coverage of Mo Money continues tonight on WAVY News 10 at 5:30. Now let's take a look at some breaking news here through our traffic jam cams. Yes, let's take a look. Wow, traffic backed up there at I-264 westbound just after the Newtown Road exit in the middle lanes there. These are the jam cams up in Norfolk, so if you're expecting someone, you'll see they've got some delays there. Again, this is I-264 westbound, mile mark at 14. Potential delays because a multi-vehicle accident there. You see all the flashing lights there in the middle.
Now, in high definition, your Super for 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
Cold, nasty rain today, and it started a little bit earlier, and it's going to end a little bit earlier than we thought. We thought it would start around 4 o'clock. It was a little closer to 2 o'clock when we did start to see a few sprinkles and then some steady light rain moving on in. Now, here's what's moving on out. The rain. Is there anything else moving in? As in, it feels cold out there. Is it going to snow? We could see a few flakes of snow for the Middle Peninsula, Northern Neck, perhaps along Accomack County, but it's not likely to be an accumulating snow. In other words, it's not going to stick. Might see a few flakes of snow on the grass and might see it on your car, but that would be about it, if even that, because the bulk of the moisture is well on off to the east now. So what we end up seeing is backlash moisture around the storm itself, circulating counterclockwise, and we'd end up seeing some of the cold air dropping on in, but it's drier up into here, so I'm not real concerned about us seeing any snowfall out of this. Now, we zoom in and look around. On the peninsula, Hampton, Poquoson, you're seeing a little bit steadier rain. Was moving through Newport News, certainly moving through the Williamsburg, Towano area into Gloucester Point, well, north of Gloucester Point. Gloucester Courthouse seeing some of that rainfall right now. We take a still view of things, showing you what's going on. And again, you can see it over Hampton, little over Poquoson, north end of Williamsburg, and northward and northeastward there's some rain. But the main body of rain is either out to sea or across the Outer Banks. Well, this is all moving eastward, so this steady rain that we're experiencing across the Outer Banks right now is going to be moving offshore here in the next several hours. As far as any snowfall, no, we got our snow filter turned on, and there's nothing showing up as far as snow for us. You can see it's all rain in the green colors. We look for pink and purple. There it is to the north of Washington, a mix, and then some snow way on off to the north. So again, I'm not real concerned about snow, but obviously it's a cold, nasty rain through much of the afternoon, and it's going to be tapering on off. For tomorrow, sunny but cool weather coming up for tomorrow. Here's where we are at 9 o'clock this evening. Here's some of this backlash moisture to the north, and it could drop on through during the overnight hours. But again, I'm not real concerned about any snowfall out of it. A flake or two of snow while you're asleep, and then you wake up and there's nothing there. Anyway, here's where we are at the noon hour tomorrow. Sunshine, end of the day, sunshine, and there's where we are overnight and into Friday. Friday during the day it'll warm back up a bit with a west to southwesterly wind flow and some cloud cover moving in by the end of the day on Friday, and it'll warm up a little bit for Friday. Here's how much snow we get. Oh boy, 0 goose eggs all the way through. There's snow way on off into the mountains, so again, we're not expecting snow out of this. Our tower cam on a time-lapse sequence, you can again see the occasional rainfall. Right now, a break for the south side. We saw a high today, earlier today of 52. Right now, temperatures are mostly into the mid-40s, and really that's about as warm as we're going to get for tomorrow, is about 46, 47, 48 degrees. And there's where we are by Friday, 56, but then we really cool on down into Saturday and especially Sunday.
Take it back now to breaking news. Over I-264 near Newtown Road, a scene of a multi-vehicle crash.
Yes, this is westbound there in Virginia Beach. You see traffic moving very slowly in the middle lanes, and you see the flashing lights there. Multi-vehicle accident. The west left shoulder, left outside lane and left inside center lanes. Those are closed right now. Good place to avoid as your loved ones drive home from work. A security officer wounded a man who fired a shotgun inside a New York courthouse. Police say the man stormed the lobby and shot at security officers. They returned fire. 2 officers have minor injuries. Earlier this month, 10 on Your Side's Andy Fox told you about concerns with the new state-of-the-art courthouse under construction in Portsmouth. A sheriff's office captain says he's worried about inadequate staffing to provide security. The sheriff's office has requested funding for 28 new deputies. You can see Andy's report on WAVY.com under Portsmouth News. California fire crews rescued a woman and 4 children from a burning building, all captured by a firefighter's helmet cam. Here's what it looked like as they went into that burning structure, an apartment. One mother had to lean out of the balcony and lower her baby to a firefighter. She and 4 other children were trapped upstairs. Officials say it seems a space heater may have started this, but everyone is okay. Hear the chilling calls for help just moments before a father blew up his house with his children inside. That's next at 5:30. She knows about that, doesn't she? Might be
1, 2, 3, 4.
Better call. Check, check, 1, 2.
Thank you.
Rock Center with Brian Williams is on the move. The NBC News magazine airs tonight at 9 right here on WAVY TV. Meredith Vieira makes her Rock Center debut with an exclusive interview with a former White House intern. Mimi Alford claims she had an 18-month affair with President John F. Kennedy. An exclusive tonight at 9 on Rock Center with Brian Williams, followed by Law & Order SVU, then your latest forecast on WAVY News 10 at 11.